Have you guys ever wondered what it would be like to date an anime girl, the girl of your dreams in a cartoon fantasy world? Well, I have. You see, I'm sort of new in the anime world pretty much, so I'm very new at watching it. I started watching anime somewhere around like last year. I watched somewhat series here and there, but after watching some of those episodes, there's always that one girl in the anime that just stands out beautiful, has a great personality, and there's just something about her that you just want to like date her, do things to her. And I think like that. Even though I'm not a fan of hentai is really weird to me, but while I may not be a fan of hentai, there are girls out there who I would get it on with in real life. Just wish that they are existed in this world. So here is my top 5 hottest anime girls that I would totally bang in real life. Now do keep in mind, just like I said, I don't watch that much anime, so if the girls I've chosen on this list are pretty much sort of random, but I definitely gave my reasons why I chose my top 5, but these are definitely the girls I would definitely date if I could actually. So, let's get started. Coming in at number 5 in my list actually is the girl named Mana from the show Mermaid Forest. Now, I am not going to lie actually, she isn't the most interesting character on my list here. In fact, actually, I only put her on the list for 2 reasons. 1, she's sexy. 2, I had nothing else to put on this list actually, honestly. And Mana, she is sort of a cute character, I guess you can say. You see, in the show, in the very first episode, when you very first meet her in the show, she is this pretty older girl. She's pretty much 14 years old, and she was never able to walk and explore the world pretty much. She'd been stuck in this one room for like 14 or 15 years of her life pretty much, and she was very much forced to stay there at her house. So when she finally got out of her shell, she starts learning about the world. In fact, that the character can come off as a bit annoying, but the reason why I chose her is just because she is very sexy of a woman. And as she gets older, as the show goes on, she gets more mature, and that's the one thing I like about her. But that's why she's ranked 5. She's not really much of an interesting character. In fact, probably comes off as a little bit annoying, but I do like her just for her looks. Coming in at number 4 on the list is Katsuwa from the show Yosuga no Sora. Now, Katsuwa is a very interesting character to me, actually. And the reason why is because she's a very caring, loving person. You see, the way how the show pretty much, I want to summarize up the show so you guys can get an understanding of it. But basically what the show's about is about this one boy, the main character. I forgot his name in the show, but he goes around and it's sort of like a what if show. What if he dated this girl? What if he dated that girl? And he gets it on with a girl actually named Kazawa. And she is absolutely one of the most beautiful, oh my gosh, my heart just can't take it anymore. Just me even thinking about her just goes me insane. But she is absolutely one of the most beautiful characters in the show. And she's actually the best one out of the love stories of like 5 to 4 girls in the show, actually. And so, to summarize up her life story, it's very simple. It's very sort of not, it shouldn't be complex as hell, but it pretty much they made it as. But she has a sister in the show that I guess what she thought was that her father didn't really care for the stepsister. But in reality, she did. You gotta watch the show to understand pretty much. It's really hard to explain. But in reality, Kasawa, she's a very loving character pretty much. She loves her sister, she's very nice, and I think, why not? I can date her, And the one biggest attraction that she does have actually, without a doubt actually, is that she can play the violin. Now, there's only one girl in my lifetime that I know who plays the violin, and when a girl plays a violin, it's just like, But yeah, so she only gets number 4 on the list, and the reason why is because she isn't the most deepest character. I mean, they try to give her some character development, actually, which that's actually pretty good. But in reality, though, she's not the most fleshed out character in the show, even though I would love if there was a whole show based around her. Yes, so that's number 4 for you. Coming in at number 3 in the place, and it's a very obvious choice actually, which I kind of feel bad about using, but Hinata from the show Naruto. Now, obviously everybody knows who Hinata is, and because everybody watched the show Naruto at least one point in their lifetime. So everybody, in a way, sort of know who Hinata is. But for anyone who does not, Hinata is a very shy, loving, caring person in the show, and is by far one of my favorite characters in the show. In fact, actually, the more I think about it in my head, the reason why I even watched Naruto in the first place, it was actually because of Hinata. Actually, seriously, I just really wanted to see the relationship bond with Naruto and Hinata. But here's the reason why I like Hinata in the first place. Number one, she is shy. One of the cutest things about a girl is when she's shy. Now, I have met some girls in my lifetime who takes the shyness a little too far, that really comes off as a huge turnoff, actually. But the thing about the way how Hinata does it is just so perfect. She's just an absolutely funny character. Whenever she gets near Naruto, she's just a very shy person, and that's just something I like about her. Plus, her life from the past is very tragic to me. You know, a lot of people made fun of her when she was a kid just because she was part of the what was it called? She had the Byakugan, and because of that, because she has those blue eyes, people made fun of her as a kid, but Naruto stuck it up for her, and ever since then, Hinata starts to like Naruto because he stood up for Hinata. Now, Hinata gets number 3 at the list just because when it comes to looks, she's sexy, don't get me wrong, but when she gets older in the show, like in the Burrito movie pretty much, that's when she's like, she's okay looking. You know, I only really like her just for what the inside is. And the craziest part, too, was that when I first saw Hinata in the show, I never thought much of her. But I really do like the character as the show went on when there were kids. And it was just perfect. The development was just how it came to be. So Hinata gets number 3. I would put her higher on the list, though, but there's just 2 more girls that I actually kind of like more than Hinata. So here we go. Here's the next one. Coming in at the number 2 is the one and only Koharu from the show Ryu Kenshin. She is by far one of my favorite characters in any anime show ever. Now, not only that she's hot and sexy as hell, but she can use a sword. Now, Ryu Kenshin is one of my favorite shows ever, actually, of all time. And just even the voice actor who plays as Koharu, in the dub version at least, has a sexy voice. It fits the character so well. Now, there's many versions of Koharu Kenshin of the show, but I think the one I like the most is the original one, the very old one the most, actually. I don't know, I just like her voice in that one a lot more. And we're not talking about the remake version, the one that from 2010 or something like that. No, we're not talking about that one. But Koharu is one of my favorite characters in the show, and I just want to see the relationship bond with Kenshin pretty much. And not only that though, but I would also bang her, if you know what I mean, you know? But in reality though, why do I like her as a character? You see, she's very caring and she's passionate about her dojo. You see, she wants to become a fighter, she wants to learn how to use a sword without using a real blade. She wants to use an actual stick and try not to hurt anybody. And I think that's kind of beautiful in a way. And not only that though, but she's a very funny character, like by far funnier than Hinata without a doubt. Whenever the show of Kenshin doesn't get serious, you know how they have some of those animes where the show is so serious, but they have some couple of episodes, you know, where it's not that funny. I mean, where it's funny pretty much. Well, whenever Koharu comes into play, she really is a funny character, and that's one of the things I like about a girl. Not only that she can be funny, but she can also defend herself too, even though she is still lacking at that kind of skills. But I really love her as a character, and the best part about it is that you can just watch the OVAs for the real romantic. But yes, though, she is someone I would totally bang in real life, though. And coming in at number 1 is the one and only Kikyo from the show Inuyasha. Now, as the show in Inuyasha, it's an alright show to me. I really wanted to like the show, but there's just some things in the show Inuyasha that just has some flaws in it. But overall, the show's alright. But in all honesty, the real reason why I even watched the show is because of Kikyo. Without a doubt in my mind, she is probably the first anime girl crush I ever had. You see, back when I was a kid, when Adult Swim was around on Cartoon Network back in my younger days, they used to show that show, Inuyasha. And Kikyo was just a beautiful woman. I remember as a kid, I was like, oh, she's kind of cute actually. And it's true, I had a crush on Kikyo this whole time, and I just now realized that when I make this top 5 actually. But why do I like her? You see, she's a very caring person, and you notice that in the show. Now, even though she does die, sorry, spoiler alert, she is a very strong, compassionate woman, even though she just wants to be an ordinary woman. And that's something you hear out throughout the show whenever she gets a scene. She just wants to be an ordinary woman because she was forced to watch over this jewel, which is the real reason why you watched Inuyasha to begin with. You have to watch the show to understand. But Inuyasha was pretty much supposed to be the person who was supposed to save her from that. And there was a way for him to be a human being and they could be together with Kikyo. But in reality, though, another reason why I like Kikyo too is because she is a full-on woman. And she is the most mature woman in the show. Now, if you have not noticed it about the list, all the girls, 4 of those girls, are immature in some way or another. But Kikyo, however, she's a full-on woman. And that's what makes it sexy. And not only that, though, but she can also use a bow, too, which that's kind of hot. That means she can teach me how to use a bow. And yes, I would also go into the depths of hell with her if I could. Oh, that sounds crazy, though. But yes, I would, because that's how much I like this character, though. Now, like I said, unfortunately, she does die in the show, which really comes to be a bummer for me. But other than that, though, she's just a loving character to me. I know a lot of people in the Inuyasha community, some people don't like Kikyo. Some people find her stupid, annoying, or just doesn't, people just don't understand about her. But in all honesty, though, I would be with Kikyo if I could. Not only that she's sexy, she has sexy bangs too, you know, just look at it. And there you go, people. That is my top 5 hottest anime girls out there. I know this list wasn't very interesting, but you gotta realize something. This is like my first top 5, and I really wish I was more in depth with it a little bit. I knew I kind of struggled a little bit when I was making this video. But please give me your guys' top 5 anime people, or top 5 anime girls that you would like to date or bang with, you know? Just give me that, and I'll give you guys a smiley face if you do that. Meaning, if you have a smiley face on your comment, it basically means I read your list and I probably did some research on your girl. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this, and please give me some anime suggestions that you guys want me to watch too, because I am into anime and I'm trying to watch some anime here and there. I may not be the greatest at the names or just even telling the story about them, but I really am trying to get into anime, and I think this will be fun. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.